Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today's Throwback Thursday. So I'm bringing you another album share of our trip to Universal Studios in Florida back in 2011. Okay, so this album got a little chunky. So the way I did my albums for this trip was that I divided them up into parks. So this is like the main Universal Studios park, or the big one, the one that we spent the most time in, and then there's the other one that's more thrill rides and whatnot. So let's get started. Again, I used the Once Upon a Time album, bought a couple of them, one for each park. Woody Woodpecker was my mom's favorite character, so she was super excited to see him there. And I was able to find this cut file online from heaven only knows where. And then Grand Adventure, the balloon, and all of this is from Cricut Design Space. I think the gear was just an embellishment that I had, but this, because it's made of like faux leather or something. And then this is from Design Space. Jurassic Park. I scrap lifted this from, I don't remember her name, but she used to make these beautiful big scene layouts with her Cricut as well, or cut machine. I don't know if it was a Cricut or not, or if it was a Silhouette or whatever, but she used to make these big beautiful layouts, and she had this, I think hers was like a zoo layout though, and I wanted mine to be Jurassic Park. So we got our ride photo on there, and then a couple of other photos from that area. And we got, so I just picked random dinosaurs from Design Space, and same with the palm trees are from Design Space. I found this font online, and so you can use any font on your Cricut, any font that's on your computer. So I found this font online, uploaded it to my computer, and was able to cut in the Jurassic Park font. Clouds are from Design Space, sun is from Design Space. Even this teeny little pterodactyl, how cute is he? So in her layout, these were birds. So I made little pterodactyls. Oh, I wish I could, Abigail something. Anyways, I'll link it below. I'll find her if I can, if she's still online even. Great ride. So the journaling I did on here was basically just like all of our names and where we were sitting in the ride photo. And it was, so this was made on Cricut Design Space, and then this was written with Cricut Design, or with the Cricut pen. So I just wanted to show that too. Maybe that will come up in the series going on my channel about using your Cricut to embellish your scrapbook layouts. Toon Lagoon. I don't know where I found these, but how cool is this? Who used to watch this show when they were kids? This is, yeah, Natasha, right? And Boris, that's his name. Boris and Natasha, and I think they were from Bullwinkle, right? So anyway, so I took a bunch of pictures on that street. I just thought that was so cool. Yeah. Super like nostalgic, I guess, like Heathcliff. Anyway, I loved it, and I was so excited to use these cut files because I downloaded them at some point, and I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna use that, but I did. Superhero Island. I made this, well, I think Superhero was a cut file on Design Space, and then I used Island. I made just out of a font, and then I put it on a speech bubble because comics. And then these little guys I downloaded from a site that was called Crafty Nook, crafty with a K. But again, I went to look for it, and it's no longer online. So sad, because she had really cute little cut files too. And this was also journaling printed from the Cricut. And then this one was actually published in Creative Scrapbooker magazine. I worked on it while we were in at a scrapbook carnival, and it won a layout contest and got published. So that was fun. And then, and this little guy was also from Crafty Nook, I believe. And then this one was, I think the title was from somewhere else though. I don't remember where. As far as the, these ones, what are they called? Dr. Seuss guys. So I downloaded a digital, what do you call it? Like package, like collection kit, digital collection kit of these guys, these Dr. Seuss characters, and was able to cut some of their files as SVGs instead of using them as PNG files. So super cute. I don't remember where I bought it from. If I can find it, I'll link it. And then this is another one of those, and I didn't really love how this one turned out because all of the little, the way that Dr. Seuss's characters are drawn, they have a lot of these like squiggle lines, and so when they cut out of the Cricut, they make quite a mess. But after I glued them down, they looked okay, so I left them. This again is journaling from the Cricut, so I cut the cloud out and then put the journaling on with the Cricut. Seuss Juice, I cut that out of a font on my computer, and then I found these pictures in a design space, I believe. What kind of Cricut are we? This, my Cat in the Hat layout turned out really cute. Again, these cut files were not meant to be cut files. They're meant to be like digital scrapbooking items, but I turned them into SVGs and cut them with my Cricut. They didn't turn out the best, again, with the squiggly, like these are all cut lines, all of these. Ugh, it turned out so straggly, but once I glued it down, it was fine. The title was all done with a font from Cricut Design Space, and again, I cut the book from Cricut Design Space and then did the journaling with the Cricut pen. The frames were from Cricut Design Space as well. And then these are foam stickers. I like how this one turned out. This is Circus McGurkus from Universal Studios, and there's a book called Circus McGurkus, I think. And so for this one, I found these like really cute little like circus animals, and I think they were from a cartridge, Bears on Parade or something like that. Anyways, it was super cute. And then I used string to tie the balloons, and again used the Cricut pen to journal on my layout. And then I cut this striped piece in half and made it to look like a circus tent curtain kind of thingy. Yeah, and we ate at this restaurant and it was super cute. And I think this was a Design Space cut file as well. This was also from that Cat in the Hat stuff that I downloaded. It had a bunch of Grinch stuff as well. Actually, I think there was more Grinch stuff than there was Cat in the Hat. Anyway, he's a very popular dude. Yeah, I just cut this in 2 different colors. Again, with the straggly though, like this was really hard to put together, and the white pieces, like for his eyes and stuff, I ended up throwing them out just using a white pen. Same with hers. And yeah. And then the presents in the Christmas tree were from a Cricut file, not from the, what are they called? Dr. Seuss. Why am I having a hard time saying that? Anyway, again with some Dr. Seuss characters. Now, this one I found in the digital kit that I had downloaded. I made the title using a font on my computer. These guys, however, were not from that file. Were they? Yes, they were. They were little characters from that file. So anyways, they were bizarre, but I thought they went well with the carousel characters. And then Horton is on top, so I included him. The Lorax was not part of that same digital kit, but I did find his some SVGs of him on end of the truffula trees on a different site. I couldn't tell you where. And I used one of the tops of those trees to back my journaling. But again, same with this cut file, it had really jaggedy, because of the way that Dr. Seuss's characters are drawn, really jaggedy edges. And then I used a border of grass strips. And because on the Cricut you can't cut it a full 12 inches unless you have the longer mats, what I did was I cut it twice and then flipped one over and layered one with foam tape on top, so it goes all the way across, and it gives it a little bit of depth and dimension too. And this is not journaling, this is actually a photo of a sign that was there, but I thought it went really cute. This one, oh my goodness. Okay, so the font was just something on my computer that I used on my Cricut. Cut it in a bunch of different colors, which I don't really recommend, but I really do like the way it turned out. The Mulberry Street sign and the guy driving the horse cart, like this guy. I couldn't find anything for this page, and I really wanted it to be a Cricut file because that's how I was doing my album. So what I did was I went and learned how to take a coloring page and turn it into an SVG file. And I did it. And this is the result. And it's beautiful. But now I completely understand why some of these layered files that are more intricate are like $10, because they take hours to create. Mind you, it was my first one, so it probably gets better as you get more experience. Also, I'm not a super techie person, so it really took me a long time. But look how cute it is. Okay, again with the cut files from that Dr. Seuss kit that I bought, and I'm going to use that same kit to do my grandson's first year album. And I printed some of the digital papers, and yeah. This is another one where I took a picture of a sign and then used it as an embellishment on my layout. Title from Cricut Design Space, mountains from Cricut Design Space, sun, clouds, birds from Cricut Design Space. And then I think I just used my computer to get journaling onto that piece. I found these, like, I don't know, what do you call them? Columns and like Greek mythology building kind of things on Cricut as well in this little fountain, and I just cut them in the colors that reflected what I was trying to go for here. This is also a font from my computer. I found a few things at the time for Hogwarts. This was a very new thing. Hogwarts was brand new when we were there in 2011. The lineup was ridiculous, hours long. So this, I think I just cut out of a, this and this were out of a cut file that I found online. That was an SVG, but it was not meant for Cricut. It was like meant for digital designing. So that's just a bunch of different stuff from around the castle. And I don't think this is actually, is it Diagon? I don't know. I think it's Hogsmeade, but anyway, maybe I need to change that. Whatevs. Yeah, I think I screwed that up. I wonder what threw me off. Anyway, weird. Okay, so yep, screwed up the title for that one, but most of this is just stickers and stuff, except for the title. These guys, I did find a cut file for these 3 characters, but again, it was not meant for Cricut, and it turned out okay, but like their faces are weird, so I don't know. And then this one, Butterbeer, I don't remember where I got this from, but it was really cute. And this was just a beer stein. It wasn't meant for anything, and it came with this label piece, but it didn't have this on it. I used a font to do that, but those letters were so tiny. It took a couple tries to cut them out properly, and then gluing them down was no fun either. But we loved the 3 broomsticks. This one was an SVG, but again, not meant for Cricut, but because it was not layered, it worked out just fine. Same with the Tri-Wizard symbol. And this again was not from Cricut. This was a laser cut piece from Paper Wizard that I had already bought before I got my Cricut. So it's on there. And this cool tag I bought at the store Treasured Memories in Edmonton. They have a local artist there that does stuff like this, but the stuff's not on their website. You have to go into the store to find it, and some of the stuff is super cool. Anyway, oh, DCWV. Look at that. Now we know where they came from. Interesting that it wasn't in the other binder or in the other book, or I missed it. I don't know. Okay, so that is it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click that like button to give me a thumbs up. Hit the show more button under the video description if you'd like to find links to anything that we talked about today. And if you would like to see more of my videos, it would make my day to have you as a subscriber. Just click that subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell if you would like to be notified when a new video goes up. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.